Hello everybody and welcome back to Dead Cells. Jonny here. Let's see how far we get today. And I might even share a story with you. We'll see how it goes. For now though, we're concerned with finding our 2 tomes and getting out of this level as soon as possible. Usually gonna be our goal going into a new run. Should not have spent the money on that probably. I I did it in autopilot. Oh man. Oh man. Yes. I accept this gift bestowed upon me. Gods of the Dead Cells. Right, we're not ready to go out yet. Today I'll share with you. Are you ready? Jonny, story time with Jonny. I'll share with you the story of a man. This man could not even get out of bed for days in a row. Not because of pains or sores. He also had those, but he knew that wasn't the cause. Depression, anxiety, things like that. He knew something was wrong. It could not go on like that. Oh, they're giving baguettes now? That's funny. Back to the story. This was a reasonable and intelligent man though, or at least he thought he was. So he said, okay, other people face this shit, right? What solutions are there, out there? So he went and looked. He listened. He looked. He thought, reflected. He found some stuff. Some other stuff didn't quite apply. He didn't quite make sense of it. But he thought, well, look, I do things every day that I don't like, right? Everybody brushes their teeth. Not everybody likes it. Some people do. I certainly don't. Can I take something that I want to introduce in my life and put it at that level? He said, well, that makes sense, right? Why don't I say, I'm gonna, you know, in this example, get out of bed within 10 minutes of waking up, right? No staying in bed. As we have a very lengthy interaction here. Can I put those 2 things at the same level where I don't even have to think about that and sort of just do it? Well, he tries it. It sort of works, right? He does it a few days, that's fine. He thinks it's progress, but then he ends up falling back on the old loop. And then he says, of course, you can't expect to just put those 2 things at the same level, right? That makes no sense. When you're a kid, brushing your teeth is not indispensable, right? That shit's not something that you consider indispensable at all. They need to burn that into your brain thousands of times before it gets to that point. He says, okay, so that's what I gotta do, right? That's all I gotta do. So how do I get between where I'm now and that point where, where I don't have to think about that? Well, what we're talking about now, he says, is reinforcement. Not necessarily just introducing that in your daily routine, but enforcing it in a way that, again, keeps that in your ritual every day. So that at some point, it has become so ingrained in your everyday life that you don't even think about it. You wouldn't consider not doing it, just as you wouldn't consider not brushing your teeth, hopefully. We missed our time door. It's the problem with story time. He said, okay, he goes and looks, right? goes into a whole rabbit hole of people, podcasts, books, information. How do I enforce a habit? And he sees that most of the people who have done this successfully raise the stakes to a scary point. And that they basically align their identity with that shit. To the point where if they don't do it, it just feels wrong. Not even wrong, just unthinkable. So he takes that and he says, all right, well, I'm gonna tell myself every day that I'm the kind of person that gets out of bed within 10 minutes of waking up, right? Simple enough, okay. But you see, he doesn't understand. The problem with doing something like that is the days you don't do it, it's horrible. Because now the stakes are high, right? It's your fucking identity. And so you gotta be very careful with what you link your identity with. Make sure it's something you can accomplish every day. Because if it's not, you're gonna consistently be breaking the credibility that you have with yourself. And that's a fucking dangerous slope, man. You don't wanna go there. So you set yourself a goal, right? Something that you can tell 100% in a binary way. Did I achieve it today or not? In this case, get out of bed within 10 minutes. So he goes and does that for quite a while. And he says, it seems to be working. I mean, the days that I don't manage to do it, I feel like absolute shit. But if I manage to do it for a few days in a row, all of a sudden, there's a certain power in that. Because all of a sudden you understand you're someone who can set up a goal and commit. And all of a sudden, this man could get out of bed. And not even that, he started introducing things in his routine, extra things. All of a sudden he's having breakfast. He's working out. He's stretching. Doing things he loves. Few months down the line, this man gets out of bed with the drive of a fucking freight train. Right? He finds something he sucks at, but he loves doing. And he fucking becomes great at it. And he's not content with, you know, the state where he's at. He constantly wants to get better and better and better. It's like a drug, you know, but a good one. The sort of drug we're kind of wired to enjoy and to thrive on as human beings. This man, however, still has problems getting through dead cells, apparently. So that's not the end of the story. Someday this man will be a man who can beat dead cells. But today is not that day. Today, however, is a day where we might be going for a bleed run. We got a little bit of not really a synergy, but we have 3 bleed weapons so far. And again, I haven't used my Frost Blast at all, which is a big no-no. That's like having a bazooka and not using it. But our damage is quite good, actually. I'm happy with how things are going. And I'm loving the croissants and baguettes that we're getting. It's sort of funny. Ooh, they're getting decimated, man. Not in its original term, not in the original definition of the word. Of course, decimated means to to reduce it tenfold, which nobody uses it in that way. Isn't it funny? How some words not necessarily lose their meaning, but gain a new one. Oh, we still cannot use these. Okay. Well, I think we're out of here. Off to the ramparts and coffee sip time. Ah, awesome. We have some cells, not many. I think we're going for that mod as well. Perhaps a heavy crossbow. Sure. So, let's reforge this. I'm really considering doing this. Upgrade to plus quality. So it does bleed damage. We don't have any more gold. Support. Plus 75 DPS if you are close to a deployed skill. Let's do that. We're gonna be deploying our turrets all the time, right? So that's gonna work out. Let me get another coffee sip in. We're going the easy route here. Going into the ramparts could almost be considered a pussy move, but... By the way, do you see the... Oops. The little star on top of that guy? That means he drops a scroll. Remember, there's a timed door here that we gotta make. 100% have to make it. Not gonna say Christmas is cancelled if we don't. This is not it. Ah. But basically Christmas is cancelled if we don't make it. We did not make it. Christmas is cancelled. Everything's terrible, okay? Going tactics. I don't yet know. I think we're gonna do like a brutality tactics build. You can't really do like all three. You sort of have to focus on two. Because otherwise you never really get to a point where your damage is really scaling. Oh. Yeah, that happens in real life too. If you kick someone's door enough times, they'll just throw a baguette at you. Sort of how it works. Very excited for this week. We have Death's Gambit coming out. A very interesting and cool looking Souls 2D game, or 2D Souls game, I should say. I'm definitely into that. I don't know if we're gonna stream that or if I'll try to create a let's play for it. I still don't know what makes sense, to be honest. I'm really concerned that if it's like way too difficult, we might not make enough progress in like a single episode, which is fine, but might hurt the watchability. Is that a word? Watchability. The watchability of the series. So downward smash burns the ground now. Okay. Well, I think we're doing good so far. And we're not even using our healing flask, because we're getting all these baguettes. Making me hungry, actually. We don't need the whip. whip used to be an interesting weapon. There's a skill. When you pop it, you basically activate like an overdrive situation where you're doing bonus damage, maybe like 2 times damage, I can't remember, but you're also taking extra damage. So the way the build some people did was they went whip with that, and then they sort of started to, they would pop that skill and they would go to town from a distance with the whip. And because it has very high attack speed, it would do insane DPS. That stopped being viable at some point. I don't know if it's become a thing again. Probably not, I'd say. Might be worth a try in one of these runs. Of course, we're gonna be trying all different types of archetypes in the... Oh, what are you? How do I get to you? We're gonna be trying all different types of archetypes in these runs. We're gonna try shield builds, we're gonna try bow builds, skills, all different sorts of things. I already went down there. Okay. I think we're looking okay on this one. I like our setup. We have good damage, good answers for the different enemies. If one thing, I should probably be spamming my skills way more often. That's a sort of a problem with my play style here that we're gonna try to address. Let's make sure there isn't anything up here. There isn't. Excuse me. Hello. Love it. Wolf trap. You know what? I think we're gonna get a wolf trap. It gives us the ability to pin down even a boss. And then go to town on him easier. That's something that we can unlock once we can stomp down the ground. That was not the right button. That's okay. Just behold the power of the Frost Blast. It's such a powerful weapon. The control it gives you is sort of unparalleled in this game. Boom, boom, boom. We're in the zone, man. Are we gonna make the time door? I think it was minute 16. As it stands, it's a little bit close. So we might want to hurry up a little bit. And see if we can sort of rush a little bit, because I would like to make that time door. We've already missed 2 time doors. It's maybe down here. Ooh. Blueprint. And it's also interesting because I think they've rebalanced the gold gain. We're now getting way less gold than we used to. At least then, if my memory serves right, which doesn't always. Hello. Get eliminated. But at this point, I sort of just want to find the exit. I think we have. It's a long drop. Let's go. Coffee time. Yeah. Nothing like a good coffee, man. To me, it's like... You know the people that tell you that smoking a cigar is not about, like... whatever nicotine or... don't even know what's in there. It's not about that shit, right? I don't think we want to reforge you, but... we'll keep this as is. That's okay. What do we need? I'll continue my thought in a moment. Just making sure I grab the right thing, right? Cooldown time is gonna be good. So I didn't reforge those items because we have a way to produce fire like this if we stomp down. So most of our skills and weapons are now gonna do bonus damage against burning targets. It's gonna be good. I totally forgot what I was discussing. It will probably come back soon enough. Excuse me, sir. Get bled. Keep him locked down. Nope. Slow him down. Whoop. Get the deeps out. Use the traps strategically to keep him pinned down. It's cool because we pop 2 bear traps with every hit. I don't think slowing him does a whole lot, to be honest. He's a very sad man. He cannot jump. Alright. We got him, we got him. See, the problem with slowing him, you can see there, it changes the way you dodge his attacks. So in some ways, it even makes it harder, in my opinion. Or it can, at least. Hello? They definitely modified his HP. He's tankier than he used to be. What is that? Repels all nearby enemies. If an enemy is thrown against a wall, it takes some damage. It's interesting. And it gives you a bonus of... Sorry, it gives you a... The words are failing me. It gives you a bonus level of tactics. I don't know why that was so hard to say. So we're gonna try that out. That's a new item. I've never seen that. It looks pretty cool. That's the sound of dying as well. That's the sound your character makes when he dies. Could reforge. I don't think that's necessary. You know what? Sure. 24 seconds. No, 1 minute and 24 seconds. So it's 15 minutes? That's what we gotta do. Well, we missed all of our time doors. Could be a disaster. But, oh, I remember now. I was talking about coffee. And how, to me, it's way more than just about the caffeine that's in it. It's a ritual, man. It's like, you know, I'm gonna have a coffee. I don't know if that sound necessarily transmitted what I was trying to transmit, but yeah, it's like an experience. Jesus. Get frozen. I don't think we need to kill all of the enemies here because these guys are incredibly tanky. Like I said, they rebalanced gold so that you don't get as much anyways. So we need to get some, right? Otherwise we won't have enough to buy stuff in shops if we come across something that's really good for us. But you don't want to kill the dudes that have the big things on their heads, like these guys over here on my right, because they pop a bunch of maggots. I was gonna say nuggets instead of maggots. Isn't that weird? How the brain associates two words that have no connection. Alright. Oh no. No, 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 no. Ooh. I hate those bugs. If you're stuck on a ladder, they'll just blow up on you and it'll be a disaster. But you can see how freezing enemies gives us just an incredible advantage many times. What is this? Oh? Interesting. Yeah, that's also new. Firebrands, this is an interesting option. All of our things do bonus damage against burning enemies. We would be giving away a lot though. Be giving away a lot. I like... This is a tough one because I like it, but I like the blood sword so much. It might actually be my favorite weapon. You can see me sort of thinking about that, making sure that's correct. I think it is. I think that's my favorite weapon in the game overall. I'm not sure why. There's something in the feel of it that's fantastic. Yeah, our damage is a little bit out of control actually, which is good. Oh, I hate the cannonballs. Hate it. We're not doing it. So the cursed treasure will put a curse on you, and if you get hit, you die immediately. The only way, excuse me, to remove the curse is killing 10 enemies. Which, you know, usually it's fine. You can kill 10 enemies without getting hit, especially with good skills like we have. This is interesting. A better sinew. It doesn't do 100% damage to burning targets, but I think we can justify it. I think we can, at least. Ooh, that was ninja, man. I wasn't sure we could make that. Okay. So. Oh, no, not... Oh my god, did you see that? That is dangerous. So if you fall down and you don't roll, he dies from the bleed. And you don't roll when you fall, there's a recovery animation that is painfully long. Oh, okay, what's happened right there is we've popped a bunch of maggots. Those are the maggots I was talking about earlier. Gotta be careful with those. Also, when we roll, we drop a bomb, which is pretty good. The freeze is 10 out of 10 to deal with the maggots. Okay, terrible, right? Disaster. Run away, run away. The maggots are easy to deal with on their own, but if they pile up with like a cannonball, like they did down there, disaster. We're gonna get revenge on these fucking guys. Get frozen and deceased. Frontline Shield. Now the shields are interesting. I'm interested in seeing whether or not they've reworked how the shields work. Some of them, you used to be able to parry attacks, and if you did successfully, you would get some sort of benefit from it. Some others, you could just block a ton of damage. I really like the Impaler, going for it. Heavy Crossbow. Not gonna happen today, but some other day. We could reforge. Or sort of just upgrade it. I think we will. I would like to reforge modifiers. I'm okay with this. So, oh, what is this? Hello. So we're now doing bonus damage. Oh, we can take a look, right? We're doing bonus damage on a burning target with all of our damage spells. And the only way we have of setting people on fire is the down thrust attack. Or like the stomp. So that puts us in an interesting situation. It makes me want to swap out one of my weapons for something that can produce fire. For now though, I'm sure we're fine. Now these guys of course are difficult to deal with because they drop bombs. And they're a little bit hard to see sometimes in the chaos. Now the damage is still good, right? It's not bad. But again, you gotta be very mindful of those bombs because they do a lot of damage. I think we died here on the last episode, so we'll try to make it through, make it past it. Take it slow, right? There's no hurry. Not really. Oh, okay, great. Yeah, that's fantastic. Get hit by the environmental trap. Yeah. So this guy sort of chases you around indefinitely. You gotta put him down at some point, or get hit by him. It's another valid option. Oh, hello. Oh, shit. It's getting hairy. Oh, man. No! Oh, he recovers from the freeze faster than other people do. Yeah, look at that. So here, if we had beaten the game once and we had the boss cell activated, we would gain access to some sort of item behind that door. Sure, go full tactics. Whenever we can't get tactics, we'll go... Holy shit, man. I do not know how to deal with that. With those bombs. Like the one that splinters into two further bombs. Just brutal to handle. Don't need to aggro that guy down there. It's gonna be okay. Now remember, this is the guy that's difficult, yeah. Alright, so note to self, make sure to focus that guy down every time. I was gonna say something. Yes, our Wave of Denial, that really is better utilized when you can push someone into a wall. That's where the damage comes from. It's not always gonna be possible. We failed to focus that guy down again, so those mistakes are being quite costly for us. Oh my god. Well, here's what you do, right? You pop your turret up there. Please. You didn't freeze him in time. Man, he's so fast too. Yeah. Oh my god. That is the worst way to die. On the spikes. Well, that's gonna be a wrap. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Hey, let me know down below if you did. And as always, thanks for watching. Catch you next time.